This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Menopausal and perimenopausal women, listen up. It's time to take control of your health and comfort, and Winona is here to help. Winona is a telemedicine company for menopause care who believes that your symptoms are real, important, and deserve to be taken seriously. And for many women, this starts with hormone replacement therapy. Winona's HRT is made with plant-based, bioidentical hormones rather than synthetic ones, so it better aligns with your body to offer relief from hot flashes, weight gain, and other uncomfortable symptoms. 80% of women who use Winona find relief within just 90 days. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today. Visit buywinona.com today to start your free visit. With free shipping and the ability to pause or cancel at any time, your path to wellness has zero obligations. Use code SPRING24 at buywinona.com for 25% off your first treatment plan. That's BYWINONA.com for 25% off. Winona. Menopause care made easy. Summer is the season of hot temperatures, outdoor adventures, and refreshing water activities. Summer is also the season of rough on your feet, causing dry, cracked heels and toes. Introducing Babyfoot, the original exfoliation foot peel that contains 16 natural extracts formulated to remove dead skin cells in 3 easy steps. Apply the booties, relax for an hour, then wash your feet. In 14 days, you've got baby smooth skin and your feet have never been softer. Letting dead skin cells build up over time is hazardous to your foot health. Our professional-grade DIY products, like our original exfoliation foot peel, our men's foot peel, or our moisturizing mask, are some of the best foot care products on the market, created with your foot health in mind. Pamper yourself with a spa day from the comfort and convenience of your own home with Babyfoot. If you want a chemical-free, easy-to-use exfoliating process from the company that created the original foot peel, it's time to treat yourself to Babyfoot. Go to babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24 and get 20% off your first order with Babyfoot. That's babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24.
Ooh, and welcome to Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. I'm your host, Becky Feldman, and trick or treat. But for now, let's focus on the treat, and that treat is some exciting news. I am thrilled to announce that Too Stupid to Live is now part of the Frolic Podcast Network, which is a podcast community of everything romance and romance related. And I am so honored, to be a part of this. There are so many podcasts on this network that I love, including The Cutaways, Smart Bitches Trashy Books, Learning the Tropes, and, honestly, I feel like I somehow weaseled my way in to get into the cool kids group of podcasts here. And listen, I will try to be just as intelligent and as wonderful as the hosts of all of these other romance podcasts. But look, and this is no joke, I noticed just now I somehow got a cut, like a paper cut on the knuckle on my thumb, and I'm pretty sure I got it from my Kindle. So, Frolic, this is what you're working with. And so what does that mean for you guys? It means that you are going to find and fall in love with so many innovative, interesting, and entertaining podcasts. There's author interviews, book club style discussions, and reviews of books that are so great. But may be out of my price range a little bit, but I'm just so excited. So please, when you are done listening, head to frolic.media/podcasts and engorge the number of your podcast subscriptions, if you know what I mean. And if you know what I mean, please tell me. Okay, so moving on. Guys, it's Halloween, which is a holiday that people like. I certainly appreciate it. I appreciate that people appreciate it. Now, I'm a little too neurotic for haunted houses, and frankly, I get car sick on hay rides. And also, I put the least amount of effort into coming up with a Halloween costume, but there is one thing that I do love doing this time of year, and that is finding the cheapest and sexiest paranormal romance to read. And today, we're reviewing an anthology, and this anthology is going to make you howl for the moon. My guests and I are reviewing a few short stories from the book Alpha Desires, a paranormal werewolf shifter collection, which is currently $3.99. And my guests today are so funny and amazing. Meridith McNeill and Milove. They are actors and comedians who I have the pleasure of improvising with at the Ruby LA Theater here in Los Angeles. So please enjoy this review of Alpha Desires. Guys, we're here.
We're here. So excited.
Okay. Well, Brendan.
But okay, what's up?
Meredith.
Hi.
Welcome to Too Stupid to Live.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
I am so excited you guys are here. I love doing episodes with couples. I love doing episodes with couples who like Halloween. Ever read a romance novel before?
No, I had not personally.
I have not. I haven't. This is my reintroduction into reading.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Oh, I'm so glad we chose the right book.
I haven't really read too much since I guess college, and even then, if my college professors would ever listen to this, I did a lot of skimming in college.
Oh man!
So this is I'm back, and this was a great way to come back into it. And I was more attentive and thoughtful in reading this than I was during anything by John Steinbeck, who I claim is my favorite author.
I mean, I didn't even read 50 Shades or Twilight, which are the big books that came out that were essentially came from this.
Which I might now.
And I never even read those, which now after reading this, I might pick up a book.
This is now a new thing between us. You introduced us to what we're going to do every night of the week on weeknights.
Yes.
Is just have book club together.
We're just going to read to each other.
It's like your own reading rainbow.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so sweet. I'm so touched that this book.
Can
we call it that legally?
We can call it a book.
It's a collection of short stories.
It's a collection of short stories. It's a book.
It's a book. It's a collection of short stories that has no author.
Okay, yeah.
That is a question. That is a question.
A major question that I have.
These?
So I'm going to read, because I wrote up a quick synopsis.
Oh, please.
Okay, yes.
So we're reviewing an anthology called Alpha Desires, which is a werewolf romance collection. And it is put together by Lycan Publishing, which by the name of its publishing company is clearly run by a group of werewolves.
Obviously.
The anthology is $3.99, and it is a collection of paranormal short stories revolving around a favorite of the supernatural creatures, werewolves.
And might I say, spend $3.95 on that.
Oh my God, hands down.
Yeah, easy peasy. It's a quick read. It's not. It's a nice one. It's a good book.
Yeah, it's a good book. Okay, so here's the reason why I chose werewolves in particular, because before I read this book, I had read other werewolf books, and werewolves were always a creature that I was kind of meh about. They didn't do it for me.
Right.
I'm with you.
Do you guys have a monster-ish kind of character that falls into that same category?
That we're meh about?
Yeah, you're just I don't really get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I guess I feel the same way about werewolves.
Yeah.
I don't know, vampires. I don't know if I've ever had a thing sexually for any monsters.
You're missing out, big guy. Ghosts are hot.
You are into
Firstly,
ghosts.
Ghosts are hot. I think vampires are hot. Because biting and they live forever, hell yeah. Which could be their own personal hell. I don't know them. But, I've never been into werewolves. When
neither.
Twilight was a thing, I was obviously you're going to pick the one that's not a dog.
Yeah, same.
But who knows?
I just, don't like the idea, this is going to be a reflection of me. This isn't, a general, yeah, she's right. This is, my thought is, if I was dating a werewolf and knowing he could turn into a werewolf, when he's a werewolf, I'm going to be are you like looking at female dogs and like thinking,
right? Like, is that
I know. That's a whole new group.
Is that your interest when you're as a werewolf? Like,
Yeah.
what is it? Or are you still hot on me? Like, are you a werewolf that wants to have sex with the woman me? Or are you a werewolf that's like, my dog is hot now?
And
Yeah,
and that's
I
this
don't
whole
like that.
dynamic to this where like I feel like from the start in the story that I wrote, and I don't want to go too into it before we get into it, but I feel like even like before he's a person, she's so horny for this guy, like for this dog. Like she's
I need
into a
to
dog.
read. I need to read
she is
yours.
horny for a dog.
Like
yeah.
she has dreams about like going to town with a dog. So I think that's where I'm a little confused. I feel like a lot of the themes of like having this like transformative, like with vampires and werewolves and stuff. I feel like it kind of is like tying like fear into being like eroticism.
Sure, yeah,
So,
right.
I feel like that's where like the whole genre kind of my understanding of it comes.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I guess I am a vampire gal and like
Team vampire.
Team vampire.
Is that Jacob or Edward?
Edward.
Team
Yeah, it's Edward. Team Angel. Do you guys what?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Buffy.
Well, yeah, I guess she's between two different vampires. I'm team both vampires.
Yeah. I'm
If it's a
team
vampire.
Buffy's boyfriends.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's something to like having sex with someone and they could kill you and they are on the verge of killing you, but it's like a step right before they kill you that like is an aphrodisiac too.
Right. Like every breath of theirs on your neck, you're like, this is the moment I die.
Yeah.
But then you just have sex.
Which is precisely why anytime that I want to have sex, I hire a trained sniper to just aim at me the entire time.
There is erotica of that.
Whoa,
I mean,
guess,
I'm
yeah.
imagining there is.
Rule 30.
But
I mean,
it
Rule
has
34.
to be.
There's a porn thing for everything, right?
Yeah, there's a porn thing for everything, guys. Don't worry.
as there should be.
yeah. Okay.
That's on the t-shirts for this. You have merch now.
Okay. So next question is a two-parter. Like, if you could be any. Okay, here's my question. If you were in, like, what would you want your dream supernatural creature to be? Like, if you were to fall in love with any supernatural creature, who would it be? And then, what kind of supernatural creature would you want to be? Which is like there's a nuance.
So, question: are they turning us into the creature, or are we are we both individual creatures and we get to choose?
I think that he or she is like, I have to turn you into a creature, but I have the power to like turn you into whatever creature.
Ooh, I
you
love
want.
that for them.
Yeah.
All right, I have at least an answer for what creature it would be.
Okay.
But it would be okay. It's
For
kinda
you, or that you would be with?
that what I would be with.
Okay.
I haven't thought of for me, but okay, I would want kind of like a werewolf situation, but they can turn into like a bear, but like
a shifter.
like a shifter, a bear shifter, because. Think about the cuddling opportunities here. This is you are
being held by a
enveloped,
bear.
and I'm a little spoon. So like at any point, I'm ready to like I will find a bear and just cuddle in there, and you're protected.
Yeah.
You are warm. Half the time they're asleep.
Yeah.
So you can
A lot of the year.
you can do your own thing. They're not clingy.
Run your errands.
So
I
yeah,
get
so
it.
that's what I would want to be with.
I get that.
What I would want to be. This is like a superhero thing. I guess shifter. I'm into shifting, baby.
You're in a shift. You're a shifter.
Because I always have held that if I could choose one superpower, it would be Mystique's superpowers.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's a good
shifting.
one.
Just shift. I'm a shifter, baby.
Yeah, you shift.
But
Brendan
anything.
shifts.
Yeah. Mine is it's hard because I'm conflicted because I come from a generation of like Casper.
Yeah.
And
Me too. I'm in that generation.
I'm learning this. We've been together 5 years. I'm learning that this ghost thing goes this deep.
Oh yeah, Devin Sawa was everyone's awakening.
Yeah, that was a moment for
Yeah.
sure. But then I also come from a generation of Queen of the Damned with Aaliyah as the queen vampire, and just like the sickest soundtrack of all. It's like the sexiest movie that could ever be created. You need to watch it, Brendan. I know you haven't seen it, but Queen of the Damned is so hot. So I'm thinking that I would want my partner to be a ghost.
Sure.
But like they can choose to like, I don't know, be like I can touch them. And then I would be the queen vampire. Queen of the Damned.
Ooh, that's a good
That's a
one.
really good answer.
That's a good combo.
It feels
too.
right for me.
Yeah.
And we would both be able to be together eternally.
yeah.
I think about longevity.
It's the spooky and romantic at the same time,
I know,
which is
that's
why
great.
we're here.
You should write that romance.
Oh my, okay.
And
I'm starting tonight.
Yeah,
And I guarantee you it would have less grammatical errors than the story I read today.
Hands down. Yes, absolutely. Like we all listen, Lycans, you did a great job.
Yes, you did. You did good work. You did good
Loved
work.
it.
I think I'm a vampire. I think that's my generation. I, had the Buffy situation while I fell in love with Angel. But after reading this book, I see the desire of wanting to be a werewolf.
Right?
Isn't this fascinating?
This is a transformative book.
This is a like we're already getting to the spiritual awakening. I've had because there's something interesting when I think I read the one that you read too. The idea of like being so angry you can just wolf out.
Oh yeah.
I think there's something really like
It's that balance. But it's like kind of like a balance too. Like it's if you get so angry, it's that same thing. It's like you could perish at this person's hands.
Yeah.
But also like it's like they've got control over it a little bit.
It's like Hulk, but like hotter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, and now here's the thing I just want to, like, I don't want my partner to be a werewolf. I want to be a werewolf. And
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
and that's really bad on me. Like, I need help. Like,
You want your strength of like when I get pissed off, I become a werewolf, and then you have to deal with that.
Yeah. And then
It's
it's
also
like,
cool,
but
like, having
you're
a
not allowed to
secret.
werewolf.
Like
Yes.
being underestimated like that, and you're just like, guess what? You're gonna cut me off in traffic. Guess what? I'm gonna hold out, but it's
Now
not
I'm a
gonna be my
werewolf,
fault.
and I don't have thumbs, and I can't use my steering wheel. Thanks a lot.
Great. Now I crash.
And then it's like a wolf just got out of their car. Now there's traffic everywhere.
It was cool though. A dog driving.
Yeah, I mean, I
Weird.
wish I could have seen more of it. But
Put that on Vine.
Okay, should we get into our individual reviews of our stories?
I absolutely think so.
I've been looking forward to this all day. Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
so
good.
excited to hear about y'all's stories.
Me, and vice versa. Okay, who wants to go first?
I would like to start
Perfect.
because
Please do.
I feel like my story in comparison to yours was relatively werewolf light, like LITE light on the werewolf. So my story was taken by the billionaire wolf.
Which great title.
Phenomenal title, which is
we know what we're getting into,
right. Like I knew that this
like
was
Taken.
money and madness galore, and I was stoked. I was happy. But it was mostly just humans talking to each other and then like one wolfie like scene. And I'm like, give me more of the fur. I want more. Let me see what's going on. But yeah, it's phenomenal. It stars Joanna, our beautiful journalist. And it starts off with that. She's going to interview this billionaire on the edge of town. We talk about the edge of town a lot in this story.
yeah.
And he is doing an art fair where all of the proceeds for the art goes to an animal shelter on the edge of town. So she has to go interview him, and she was so busy. She had so many stories going, but she heard he was hot, and she's like, I'll clear my schedule. She heads right on over to his McMansion where he and his fiance live. Oops. He has a fiance. Yes.
no.
Yes, absolutely. And it's just the way that this story was written is almost Shakespearean. Like,
Sure.
I'm
here with that.
In the
Somewhere
like,
Shakespeare was like,
in the way that they speak, it's like my lady, and it's all very serious. And everyone
Okay,
in the
gotcha.
story speaks in that way. It's not like just the werewolf man has this elegant way of speaking. Everyone is very like when she found out who's engaged, she's like, "Well, I'm not happy to hear of his marital status, but," and it was just it's beautiful. It's so eloquent. So she heads there and she hangs out with him, and obviously they fall in love because his fiance just isn't nice. Isn't nice, and he's very honest about it. I'm like,
That's awful.
And
as you're describing this, I'm realizing that this is like already in the works to be a Hallmark movie.
and I would love to star in it, but as the mean fiance. But my thought
Who's
was
obviously the star in this scenario.
Yeah, I want to talk about her a little
She is
bit.
the star.
What do
to
you mean
me.
by not nice?
Well,
Did she just like speak her mind? Because if that's the case, then that's just a woman who speaks her mind.
Absolutely. And that was one of my first thoughts was, Joanna, know your worth. You're a beautiful and talented journalist. This man specifically asked for you based off of how great your articles are. You're talented. But she comes in here and he is immediately putting down his fiance and talking. At one point, I wrote it down. He calls her a miserable harpy.
Oh my God.
I'm offended, but what's a harpy?
It's like a harpy is like, as someone who has called one many a time. No, that's not true. Maybe, maybe. But it's like they are like in what is it? The Odyssey. It's one of the things that he had to go through. It was like one of those like ladybirds who have like loud voices.
Yeah,
and
like a shrill. Shrew.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and so it's like a mean thing to call like a woman,
right? And he was speaking to her about like, I didn't wake up. I woke up this morning and I heard the sound of beautiful birds chirping rather than the usual being yelled at by a miserable harpy. And I was like, ooh, red flag.
Yeah,
red flag.
Yeah.
He's immediately talking shit about his ex. But what are you doing?
Even then, just like using the term harpy to call someone that, not a fan of that.
No, I wasn't super into it, and I was like, "Sir, you have to win me back." He didn't work too hard to do that, but good. But yeah, I was like, "Girl, you know your worth. Don't run in here like full speed ahead." But they kept trying to talk about how plain Joanna was and how this was the most beautiful man that's ever existed. So I see she was just taken by the fact that it was like, I don't know, Harry Styles in a leather suit, and she was into it. But yeah, they fell in love and lived happily ever after.
Okay, so do they harp too much on like the plainness? Because I don't want to go too much into it, but I feel like there's almost an effort in a lot of these stories to basically like compare the character that we are following with this the werewolf sex character,
The hot
the hot person, but they like make an extra effort to be like they're not great. Like,
I mean, I think it's like it's part of the fantasy a little bit. Like ideally, like that the character who feels plain, or in my story, like the character who like doesn't feel confident in her body, like that's supposed to be like the reader. It's like a stand-in for the reader. And so then there's this
everybody
fantasy.
has insecurities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you have like the most beautiful being in the world fall in love with you.
Right.
Like I think that like kind of like it's like that's to lean into the fantasy. And then like if it were done in a good way, which I think maybe it does in this book, it's like, oh, you're beautiful just the way you are. You always were extraordinary. And so there is like this emotional journey that everyone goes on.
I think the only issue I have with this story is that it wasn't longer. Because I feel like there was so much to communicate, and my story was much shorter than Brendan's. So I feel like there was so much to communicate and so much like character development that could have happened within a few more pages. So we got like by the end of the story, I was like, okay, we're here now, but like I didn't see her go through all of this turmoil or see any of that. Where I feel like some of the other stories went a little bit deeper into that, but it was more like this one, the first time they're ever hooking up together, they continuously talk about like her plain brown dress and her basic underwear and things like it's very pointed. And then in the end of the book, he's talking about how like he can finally see the sexiness that he always knew was inside of her. And she's like, you brought it out of me. Okay. I'm like, girl, you are phenomenal.
It's basically like I found this person so they can unleash my sexuality.
Yeah, like she said something about him making her feel or like pulling out the animal in her. And then in the end, he's like, and you pulled the animal out of me.
And so then is that the moment where they proverbially go to Bonetown?
Well, they went to Bonetown twice during my story.
So you had half the story, twice the bonage.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Like we got to the sex pretty quickly, and I was like, we still have some pages left. What's gonna go down? And then there was a chill down spot where they had the gala. It went swimmingly. They had a lot of money for the animals.
Perfect.
Which is where my brain was during the story.
I was really caring about the animals.
Yeah, exactly.
Were they okay?
They had the first scene that involved, so when she first went to his house, she was looking at the art, and he does art that is wild animals based. And so she went, and there were some photos, like paintings of foxes and blah, 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 and then there was a wolf. And she describes this wolf, and it had the same piercing eyes that he had, but the head was larger. She's like, it's bigger than a wolf. What is it? And so that was intriguing to her. And then that night, she was working the night shift at the animal shelter that she volunteers at on the edge of town. And there was some big-ass animal that showed up on their doorstep, and the other guy that was there on the shift was freaking the fuck out. And she goes out and is like, and sees his eyes. It's the piercing brown eyes. And so she goes right up to him and starts petting him. And he bares his teeth like a grin, like a smile, and she can see the sharp fangs, but it's
cute.
a smile.
That's
so
so
they like had
cute.
that connection, and she's like, I feel so connected to this. I feel so connected.
So that's a moment, like a connection in that way to Wolf.
To the wolf before
wolf
she
part.
even knew it was him. And then the next time she had gone to see him, she still didn't know it was him, and he was wearing a leather suit. I love, like, he went off on the fashion. He wore a leather suit one day to the gala. He wore a velvet suit. I'm like, my dude is an NFL player. He knows how to dress. Like, he is ready. But yeah, she went to go see him, and it was the time that they went to Bone Town, and that was when she said that you pull the animal out of me, and he was like, girl, you don't even know.
Like,
But-
how about you think that you pulled an animal out of me? How about this?
How about I
And he
put an
holds out.
animal in you? Yeah.
Did that happen?
No, she did not get pregnant, as far as I know. But I can only assume that they lived happily ever after and had several pups.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was such a beautiful event.
And it was, like, honestly, your story sounds really good. I think I'm going to read that when I get home.
It's a quick read, and there's
Yeah.
like little tidbit, like at the gala after they walked out, the ex-fiance shows up as a werewolf because she was a werewolf. And the reason she was so mad at him all the time was because they originally met as werewolves in the forest, just running around and fucking. And because that's what she said. She's like, we would just run around, and the only time we would take a break was to have passionate sex.
Which is, of course, a break.
That is, that is werewolf break time. If you're not running, you're fucking.
Slow down. I need to fuck.
Exactly.
Let me just catch my breath, have a glass of water.
Slow down. I need a fuck real quick. I just need a quick fuck. But yeah, so that was, and she missed that. But then he had found out some way that they could live as humans, and so they became billionaires with this winery on their mansion lot on the edge of town. Somehow, but. Yeah, and she was mad, and so that's why she left him. She's like, I'm going back to the forest where we both belong. And so she came back that night of the gala, and you could tell by the piercing green eyes on the werewolf, and it bit my girl Joanna on the leg. Only bruised her, though. I was like, girl, really?
She has thick skin.
Yeah, she's got thick skin. She's a thick body and a thick skin.
Toothed werewolf.
Right, yeah, she had dull teeth because she had just been chewing so much bark out in the woods. But yeah, she got bitten and then
Fucked her teeth out.
She fucked her teeth right out. But then the billionaire man, whose name is Rafe.
Oh,
Yeah, his name is Rafe.
That's a billionaire name.
It's a billionaire.
there's a great
werewolf
book
name.
titled Rafe. It's a redhead man. Anyway,
Ooh, I love that.
I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
the best book.
But
I've
his
read.
name is Rafe.
Yeah.
Rafe comes back as a werewolf and fights off the fiance.
Okay.
And the girl's like, what's going on? And noticed that was the one she had pet at the what's it called? The animal care center.
Yeah.
Shelter. Yes, I found it. But she had pet that one, and that one protected her. And so she was laying down just like, oh, my leg, and touches her leg. And then Rafe comes back out butt naked.
Yeah, he does.
And she questions nothing. She's just like, I guess we're having sex now.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's
100%.
in the yard while the party's happening inside the house.
Yeah,
love
but like,
it.
have you seen the cover though? Because if you're looking at
Yeah.
those
Oh,
abroonies,
yeah.
He
Where's the
had
cover?
abs. They said chiseled chest
Yeah.
3 times in one paragraph.
Oh, yeah.
And I
I-
knew
That
it.
makes sense,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, he's chiseled, my boy.
I feel like in these novels they're very effective with the not only the imagery, but also like the repetition.
Right.
Of like
Yeah.
certain
So you
like
really
phrases.
know.
It's Barack
You really
Obama does the
know.
same thing.
Yeah.
In his
He
speeches.
learned it from this.
Yeah.
From these books.
I read from this. Like in publishing. Wait, do you want to look? This is the cover of the book. Do you want to describe it?
Yeah. Okay. So the cover of the book
Can it
is
be described though?
Ooh, man.
It is a good cover. I have to
That
say,
is
the
a
cover
good cover.
is really good.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful man. You don't see his face.
You
It's
don't
cut
need
off
to.
at the chin.
It's
and
different
he's
in
wearing
every story.
jeans, very low cut. He's got that V. He's got those abs, the veins.
The veins are
The veins
insane.
here are popping right off.
He looks like it's like he just got injected with like X-Men mutant stuff,
Right.
and he's like
he is
about to become
hulking
something.
out.
looks
Like
like
all
if
of his
you were-
veins are filling with the serum.
Yeah, it looks like you were like about to bake like a very tan bread and put wires around the bread in the shape of abs, and it baked in that shape, bursting
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's how pronounced this guy's abs and chest are.
I mean, it's insane.
And for a werewolf man, he's pretty hairless.
well, he does, his hair grows
He
in.
manscapes.
it goes
He manscapes.
inside of him like Wolverine.
Yeah.
and then it comes out
every time.
He's in the
Opposite
foreground.
shape.
He's in the foreground killing it. We've got a werewolf howling at the full moon in the back.
Yeah.
This is a great
Oh.
cover.
It's a really great cover. I give like in publishing like a lot of credit because like obviously this is a stock photo, but they really put in good effort into their Photoshop.
they
And
do.
it's again, like,
They do.
yeah.
That took effort.
Yeah.
It was good.
I think that something I have an issue with is like it's like in publishing. It's by in publishing.
Yeah.
But then like at the beginning of these stories, they don't write like each individual author.
Yeah,
'cause
I would love to know who wrote it.
I don't think that they were individually written. Now
A
you can even
werewolf.
write under
A
a pseudonym.
werewolf wrote it.
Okay,
Yeah, a werewolf wrote
I
it,
have a
and they don't want to
feeling-
out
These are real
themselves.
stories.
This is nonfiction written by no, I have a feeling it's one person who just is like, I don't want to, maybe because of the stigma that doesn't need to
Yeah.
exist, maybe like I don't want to add
No,
my
they work
name
in a
to this.
Capital One during the day and
Right,
go
yeah.
home and write this.
Yeah, like I don't want my Capital One bosses to judge me.
Yeah.
In which case, fuck you, Capital One.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
I
Capital
already
One.
have issues with
Cannot
Capital
judge
One.
this.
Fuck Capital One.
This is
Yeah.
purposeful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do find it interesting. Like they said several times that her breasts crushed his sculpted chest.
Yeah.
And I would love
that
to
mean?
know how, because I
When-
have breasts, and against a sculpted muscular chest, I don't feel I would be the one doing the crushing.
100% right. Maybe they meant like they crushed into, like maybe they forgot to write
just
into.
crashed
Which
right
like I
into
still
them.
think crushed is an interesting
It sounds
word. It's not like
painful.
crumbled into like
Yeah.
It's a very intimate
Smushed.
experience to crush your boobs on someone.
Oh yeah.
I just
That's-
Crush them.
Yeah, just
And
crush them.
I love so much how many different terms they had for the vagina.
Yeah.
Like they said nub for the clitoris several times.
Love
And I was
it.
like, that is a term. That is something that can describe it. I loved feminine fruit.
Oh my god.
that's a good
That's
one.
great.
Like he ate her feminine fruit. Hello? Yes.
sure.
And
Wait, did you say he ate her feminine fruit alone?
Oh no!
Oh.
So he,
Like,
well,
how
yeah,
did
he
you-
was
Great
eating her
sentence.
out before they had sex the first time, and so that
okay.
was like I believe that the sentence was that he enveloped his mouth around her feminine fruit.
That's fantastic.
I loved it. It was very good, very, very
I love
soulful.
it.
One thing that I think if these are the same, I feel like they do a really very great job with the imagery. Like there's certain times
yeah.
Of
while
course, yeah.
I'm
That's why we're reading them.
I guess
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the main idea is imagery, but I felt a lot of things while I was reading this. Not that I mean, whatever. I'll
You
stand
can
by
say it. You
I'll
can
stand
say you
by
got
it.
a boner.
I was
Yeah.
rock hard the entire reading of this.
Listen.
Listen here.
I think that's what in publishing. They were like, oh, I really wish I could just like affect someone emotionally, but someone's gonna get rock hard. I guess it's fine.
There was one kind of like so Joanna's super smart and on her toes. Like you can tell she does improv. And she at one point, like the fiance in the first scene when they met and originally didn't have sex, the fiance was being really rude to her and like comes in and is like, so should I make up a bed in the guest room for this girl or is she leaving? Like in front of her. She was just pissed. And so Joanna stands up and says, hints are available free of charge, so I'll be pleased to take one. And I was like, whoa, you got it. Like, that is good. And I wrote it down because I'm like, I'm locking that in my memory bank. I'm using that forever.
So in the Hallmark version of this, Chelsea Peretti is playing this character, right?
Yes.
That is a Chelsea
Must
line.
have.
It's very Chelsea Peretti line. Okay. Do you have any final thoughts on?
Oh man, I wish it was longer.
Yeah.
That's my main thing. Like,
Sure.
I loved every word, every aspect. I just loved it so much. And I'm like, I want more character develop. I want to see Joanna's entire arc.
Yeah.
And I want to see more of Rafe. Like, I love that. I want more. That was my only gripe. Like, I gave it a grade based off of the fact that I wanted more.
And that grade was?
My grade for it was B+.
That's a great grade.
It's a good grade. It would have been an A if they had given me more.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that your story was the final story.
Yeah.
So
They're like, I'm tired.
When you reach the
fatigued.
end,
You
you know,
can't
I
just
get
keep-
it.
But they hit us with that double sex in that story. And
Yeah.
I
You
liked
did
it.
get double sex. I think the concept, it's such a high concept. We know what it is. Like, you really got to, listen, Lycans, you really got to just, hone in on the concept and, expand that out into a full book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Let's
feel like
see
that should
his
be-
tax returns. Like, we get it. He's a billionaire, but I want to know how.
I feel like that should be Mr. or Mrs. Publishing's next foray is a full-length book.
Sure.
I will buy it for $3.95, just like we did for this one.
Yeah.
Just like you did. I didn't pay a cent.
It was given to me by the Lycans. It wasn't. I bought it. Okay. Brendan, moving on.
Oh my gosh.
Give it to us.
Give it to us.
So, okay, Becky, you read this as well, so feel free to chime in.
I hope it
with
was the same one I read. Yes.
thoughts. I read her two. Oh no, sorry, not that. That's not the one I read. I forget.
You read
Made it to the
Alpha.
Made it to the Alpha Wolf.
Made it to the Alpha Wolf.
Okay, so this is this is a wonderful story. This is a story about Tia, who is as I said, they made a point. I thought it was going to be like a kind of a body positivity thing. They made a point to be like she was very insecure about her. She's size 16 and the rest of her friends are twigs or whatever. So it was like, oh, there's going to be a moment where the wolf is like, I don't care what your size is. Doesn't happen.
I know.
But actions speak louder than words. So
Exactly.
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
I just kind of almost, my dumb little brain would have liked that specific moment.
Like a little button on it.
Yeah,
You're
where you,
perfect the way you are.
Yeah, he says it, but they brought up that one sentence and never touched it again.
Yeah.
And they abandoned that. Okay, before I say too much, is this author British? Because over the course of the reading of it, I started out in this deserted town that was also a big city. I was like, oh, this is New York City. And then as time went on, it was it said learnt, and I was like, learnt, is that a word? And then I Googled it, and it was that's the British spelling. As time went on, there was one point where somebody got mad that they couldn't have pudding, so I was like, that's the British dessert.
That is pretty British.
That's the British
That's
dessert.
British,
So
yeah.
over the course of this, I started reading this in an American voice, and then slowly turned into a British voice while I was reading it in my head. Yes. So basically, she's in this vague town, and the story starts out. She's walking home, and all of a sudden, these four gigantic dudes who are in matching. They're like the sharks. They're in matching leather jackets, blue jeans, and I'm thinking these are the wolves, right? And there's gonna be one of them that likes her the most or whatever. So that's not what happens. They basically mug her, and I have limited experience with romance novels, so when the mugging's happening, I'm like, oh, is this the moment that I'm supposed to be into it? And
You can be.
You can be, but then there was
You're allowed to be into any part of this.
Yeah, no shame.
100%. But I guess there was just one moment where they said something they squeezed her boobs really hard, and I was like,
That's a mugging, baby.
exactly, that was a mugging.
Yeah.
I just felt so uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
For her, because it basically starts out she's being mugged.
And assaulted.
And assaulted. And these are not the characters. But it kind of ties in that fear of there's a fear thing that's happening. So she's about to get mugged. She has a specific line in it where the guys are like, do you want to do this the easy way or the hard way? And then she's like, well, I'm 10 steps from my house. No, I'm not getting mugged because I'm so close to my house. Throw some money on the ground and run in the opposite direction.
Right,
that would be my way to do this. So anyway, Tia is getting mugged. They steal her purse. This guy's about to go do some unspeakable things to her. And then all of a sudden, this wolf-like man attacks these men. Straight up murders the shit out of all four of them. Like the first one like opens up his neck, and then she's like, whoa, what's happening? She's confused in a daze. She hears 3 loud neck snaps. And everybody's gone.
Why did I not read this story?
This is Meridith.
It's available to you anytime.
I'm gonna read this tonight. I'm so excited.
So,
it was so good.
So anyway, she makes her escape. She goes to sleep. She has dreams about a wolf all night. So once again, into it from the start. And then
I get it, dude.
She wakes up the next morning and she goes to like her favorite coffee shop, feels this presence following her. She sees this man across the street, as it's described in the book, looking nonchalant. By the way, redhead. This is a ginger wolf.
And I'm sitting with 2 gingers right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so this is a very pro redhead book. I'm
ginger
into
positive.
This is a ginger positive book. And okay, so basically she sees the man across the street and she like describes him. She's like, he's he's super attractive. He's definitely drool worthy, which was like a
Play on words.
Yeah. So basically she sees him across the street, whatever, doesn't think anything of it, goes to bed. Next night, she wakes up in the middle of the night. So, I'm going to just read from the book of what happens. As she closed her eyes, she quickly fell asleep and found herself greeted in her dreams by the wolf again. This time, the wolf looked scared, as though there was something threatening it. So she reached out to it to put her hands on its fur. But as she did, she found herself being pulled back into reality as she heard something. "Don't scream," a husky voice said in the darkness as she felt a hand over her mouth. So she wakes up. This dude's in her apartment, hand over the mouth. He says, "Don't struggle," whatever. There's a line. Her mind was racing. Who was it? Was she in danger? Yes, she was in danger. Why is she questioning if she's in danger? This man broke into her home.
This is also the same woman that's like, I live 10 steps away. This isn't happening. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. She's so sweet.
She's just sweet.
He picks her up, takes her home. Once again, she thinks, is he going to kill me? Yes, he is going to kill you in any story but this. So anyway, he takes her into the woods, mentions... Basically, I'm a wolf. You saw my true form. Says the word true form like 10 times. I can't let you tell anybody about this, which wasn't really, they didn't go too deep into why.
No.
He goes into town all the time. I can't let you see this. I can't let you know that a wolf exists. Anyway, she is now like in the cabin, getting cabin fever over the course of the next few months, falls in love with the dude.
This is like Beauty and the Beast.
It's exactly like Beauty
Exactly.
and the Beast.
It's a werewolf, sexy Beauty and the Beast.
And it's, what's that syndrome? Stockholm syndrome, right?
Yeah. Stockholm.
It definitely reminded me of that.
It's 100% Stockholm syndrome. They like have great talk, like they talk, they have great conversations. He's so thankful anytime that she cooks for him, which I feel like that was the author got in a fight with her husband that day. And was like, somebody thanks somebody for cooking dinner.
This is a fantasy, so
exactly.
I understand.
So basically, he was born a werewolf. Parents tried to kill him when they found out he was a werewolf. Shitty parents.
Yeah, rude.
He's had to live in the woods ever since. So he's never had a real relationship. And then there was this really interesting line that happened where basically she's talking about how hot he is. And she's the guy on the cover, drool-worthy, abs. Every time that his abs were so good that every time this story wrote the word abs, it was in all caps. That was the only word in the entire book that was in all caps. That was this guy's abs, John's abs. The one line that she said, after knowing the story that he lives alone, even though he was way out of her league... This guy's never had a relationship before.
And I'm pretty sure, like, he's lived in the woods his whole life. Like, he doesn't even know how to, like, read.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah, like, how does he talk?
This is a feral wolf man.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, and so, like, come on, girl. Like, he's
that is
not out of your
surprising
league.
that he's so well spoken. I wonder at what age they tried to kill him. Like, if he had, like, the foundation of language or reading.
And he, like, found a dictionary in the woods. That's all I need, just to justify that. He found a dictionary.
to cheer in the woods. Just in case there's
Somebody, that's where it's a post-apocalypse where they don't like books.
Right.
Throw a book in the woods. And so anyway, they like have tension, and then she listens to the radio, which he got her because she missed living in the city, and she hears on the news breaking news, which this is a top story in this news world.
Sure.
Oh, there's a wolf. there's a wolf in town. So she like heard that there's a wolf in town. She's like, oh, people are gonna try to shoot it. She's like, I gotta go try to find him and save him. She goes after him. And she basically hears a gunshot, goes towards the gunshot. He's been shot in the legs. And she knew it wasn't a hunter because she knows that there's no hunters in these woods. I just thought that was a funny line.
Sure, yeah.
So, John's been shot. And she nurses his wounds. And because she watches medical shows, she knows that being shot in the leg is survivable.
Yeah.
I think I would be able to help them based off of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah. Which is like
Put pressure on it.
Yeah, which is great. I just liked that she wouldn't have known that it was survivable if she hadn't watched ER.
Right.
So anyway, she bandages him up, and then while she drags him back to the cabin, and then they have this thing where they're like looking at each other, and then they like full on. He like goes for it, and she freezes, doesn't know what to do, and then he like goes back, follows his rhythm, all that good stuff. Which he was shot 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
And
he's a good old wounded sex.
Yeah.
He's like bleeding out while they have
Sex is rest for werewolves.
That's true.
You have to remember this.
Yeah.
Like, he did that because he needed the rest.
He's catching his breath.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna find location 658 if you want to pull it up into your oh gosh, let me see, 64658. Okay. So, okay, the imagery in the sex was pretty freaking great. So, does anybody want to do like a dramatic reading of this? Because I feel like this like deserves it.
Sure.
I'm gonna narrate. Who wants to be John?
Duh. Me.
John. Okay, and then Becky, you're gonna be what's
Tia?
Tia.
Okay. All right. So, I thought I was going to lose you.
She said quietly.
Didn't you think about letting me die so you could go back to your life?
John asked, catching her eyes and holding her gaze.
Yes.
Tia answered honestly.
Then why did you come to find me?
John asked, looking confused.
Because the idea of not having you in my life made it seem pointless.
Tia said.
What do you mean?
John asked softly.
The thought of you not being here made my life seem empty.
Tia said as she blushed.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe you are crazy.
John said as he smiled at Tia.
Maybe.
She said as she smiled back at him. He had a look in his eyes that she hadn't seen before. It was as though he was seeing her for the very first time. Tia tried to push back the building desire within her. She might have saved him, but that didn't mean he was interested in her. She could feel the intensity of his eyes burn through her, though. It filled her with heat, which made her thoughts wander to places that only belonged in the bedroom. Then it goes into like all that.
Then they do
all
it.
that
Then
good
they
stuff.
do
Then they do it.
They do it.
And then he's like, thank you for saving me.
Oh yeah, he saved her at the beginning. She
Yes.
saved him. This is a love story for the ages.
It's about saving.
Just
Saving yourself for marriage. That's what it's about.
That's what this story is about.
why we
This
read
is
these
about
books.
abstinence. Some sentences I loved. His tongue swept across her lower lip, sending a shiver shooting up her spine.
Ooh.
As she traced the line of his pants, she heard a throaty moan rise up from his chest. A lot of throaty moans in this scene.
Mine too. It's a werewolf thing.
Yeah. That's where they moan. That's where their moans come
That's
from.
where they moan
The
out
throat.
of. Yeah.
She fumbled for his button, liked that one. Okay, my favorite one of the entire thing. She arched her back, trying to show that she was ready for him. He took the hint and freed his hardness from its denim prison.
Ooh.
That's some good writing.
That is really good.
It's
So-
really good.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Now
The denim prison.
Yeah, right,
Oh.
he
great?
freed it from his denim prison. So over the course of the next couple pages, they go to town. this is the point where I think that the story is expecting that I have also finished, because at this point, the story takes a sharp left turn from like a sexy story to like a really sweet like love story.
There was an HEA, happily ever after.
Yeah, there's
always.
definitely one. They let me find. Okay, so yeah, from that point forward, spoiler alert, he has impregnated her in this scene, and he's
little pups,
and she's nervous. She's like nervous about it. What am I gonna do? How's he gonna react? And he's like, I'm gonna be a father. So then they move to a new cabin. He builds a new cabin for her and her new family of pups. Boom! 5 years later, they got a little baby girl. They're
she
playing
only had
together.
one. It wasn't like a litter of
kids.
6.
They had one kid at this point. And then at this point, he's running around playing with the little girl
Who is a werewolf.
Who is a werewolf little girl.
Yes.
She got
Can
mad.
this be a movie?
Right.
Please.
They couldn't have. They found out that she was a werewolf when she got mad that she couldn't have pudding until she had finished all of her bangs.
Yes.
So at this point,
Boom, we're in England.
we're in England. Tia comes out. She's preggers. Basically, happy ever after. We got a nice nuclear family of pups,
and she never
non-pups.
saw her family again.
Yeah, and
That's so sweet.
And she never saw her family again. But also, he is able to give his children the werewolf childhood that he never had.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
Credits. Now, where I think Meredith's Story is a Hallmark movie, this is a big budget
This
love
is
story.
big.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the
This is
ages.
a
I
Nora
love this.
Ephron style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does this in this universe? Can werewolves turn you into a werewolf?
I don't
Because
I don't
like
think so.
in my story it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Story,
No,
it
not
didn't
in mine.
happen. Yeah.
No, I think these are like just like hot boys and girls who can transform when they
Yeah.
want to.
You just have to have the gene.
There's no bite you turn into a werewolf. I think it's just like you're born with it.
Yeah.
It's a recessive gene, just like being a redhead. So this guy got
Exactly.
several
Wow, that's
recessives.
great. He's
Yeah.
a special boy.
I
Yeah, he's a very,
know,
John's a
yeah.
very special boy for Tia, who's a special
exactly.
lady.
I relate to it when my parents kicked me out for being red. I'm just kidding.
When my parents tried to kill me when I was a baby for being a redhead.
Yeah.
Okay, Brendan,
Yes.
final thoughts and grade.
Okay. Loved every second of it. The imagery, really good. Okay. Enjoyability, A+. Loved every second of it. Grammar and spelling, C.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
There
who
was
needs that?
definitely some words that were spelled incorrectly. And,
Who needs it?
yeah, but I don't
Hard
need
to
it.
spell check with those paws.
I also
Yeah.
like. I love the image of a giant. It's a giant typewriter for like paws. That
Yeah.
they're like smacking it with their entire
Yeah.
paw. No, I had a great time reading it. I think that this will make me read more in the future.
Oh, fabulous.
Yep, loved it. I also thought it was like really. It was like 2019. It was positive. Like there was some good messages.
Yeah.
It was. I loved it.
Did your werewolf use a condom?
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
She
I mean,
didn't-
no,
yeah,
he
they got
got
preggo.
got them pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow, no condoms for these.
no
werewolves.
condoms.
Did
This
your
is a-
werewolf use a condom?
No.
Neither did mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but
So a lot of them, like, yeah, it is like weird. Like, well, why don't I put a condom in?
That kind of
Yeah.
like that. Once again, like that risk. It's like there's risk involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like they would have ignored. I can't imagine a book like this being like, oh, and then they were like, let's get a condom.
Well, like in other books, well, not with werewolves. Like in other books where it's like two humans.
Yeah.
Like there is like
I could see
they
that.
get condoms, but yeah, I guess not with like werewolves.
Which
Yeah.
I feel like that is like
Maybe.
with where I feel like if you're going for a werewolf night where you're having a werewolf evening, you're not thinking about condoms. Where you're thinking about like a romantic like, oh, I found a guy with a job that makes 6 figures and he's responsible. Oh, and he's got a bowl of condoms next to
Yeah.
the bed. That's a responsible man right there.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
that's the condom story.
Yeah, that's a good condom.
So anyway,
what's your
yeah,
grade?
A+.
A+.
Enjoyability
Oh,
A+,
great.
grammar, spelling C.
Okay. So I read a book story called Her Two Alphas.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
First book in the series. Okay, so
I'm so excited.
the scene opens. We have Beverly Rush. Great name.
Oh yeah.
That's a really good name.
It's such a good name. She is like the best. She's a lawyer. She's like the best lawyer at her firm. She's like making deals. Like the other lawyers are like, oh my God, tell me your secret to being a good lawyer.
Is she partner?
she doesn't need a partner. She runs it. I don't know. It doesn't say.
I love these like successful like women.
Yeah, there's
in
strong
this.
women in these stories. Like,
Yeah.
they have bad self-esteem, but don't we all? Hello.
Yeah, exactly. And then
but they're
they
strong.
earn it. Yeah. Or they earn it. They get it. Or they learn they had it all along. So she's like, life is hard. I'm gonna go back to she calls it my expensive condo. She refers to her condo as expensive condo.
I'm gonna do that. Can we go back to my expensive apartment?
Yeah.
All right, fuck you, but yeah, sure.
And so as she's coming in, hard day at the court.
Yeah, she was balling all day. It was a hard day out there.
She sees two really hot men moving in next door.
Okay.
This is what are they? They are their names are Mike and Grant, and boy are they juicy.
Grant is a hot name. I like it.
Grant's a hot name. Mike, I'm sure
I can do it.
Yeah, Mike's okay. Mike is fine. And so Beverly is dealing with self-esteem issues personally because she had, has had relationships with gentlemen who weren't gentlemen. And so she's very untrustworthy of men. But it seems like these two guys take a liking to her. And she's like, hey, you guys have been moving boxes all day. You want to come over? I just got some Chinese food. I have really expensive red wine because I'm a lawyer.
In my expensive condo.
my
expensive condo. You guys are just so sweaty. Do you want to take a shower in my expensive shower?
Yeah, and they're like, okay. I mean, they're kind of like, okay, well, I mean, we can afford this condo too.
Right.
Yeah.
We're also making good money.
But they had to get roommates, though. She makes double what they make.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
We'll wait till you
Just you wait.
So they come over. They have Chinese food. They're drinking. Things get deep. Things get sexy, and they have a three-way. And as it's happening, she's into it. Oh my God, best sex she ever had. And she hears Mike and Grant whispering to each other, being like, "Look how beautiful she is. Oh, look at her. She's intoxicating." She's like, "What are they saying? Whatever." And so they finish up and they fall asleep. And she wakes up the next day and they're not there. They went back to their place. And we have 2 weeks where things are awkward as fuck. They don't say anything to each other. They see each other in the hallway, hey, blah, blah, blah. And she's just like, oh my God, what did I just do? I fucked up. These two people, these two guys are they slept with me, but maybe it was because they just wanted to use me and now they live next door. But then 2 weeks later, I had another great day at work, doing amazing. She saved someone by being a lawyer. I don't know, but she did a good lawyer job.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and she's walking home, ready to, after her long day, and she hears howling coming out of this alley. So she turns down the alley and she sees.
You follow the howling.
That's what I do anytime that I hear that. What if there's a dog, though?
Yeah. It was.
You find a cute little dog. What if there's a dog just on
sound
its belly?
like dogs.
Yeah. Oh, and so she was like, oh my God, what's happening? And she goes around the island and she sees, it's either Mike or Grant, I forget, they're interchangeable.
They're both
One
boys.
of them is just keeling over in pain, moaning, and she was just like, oh my God. And as he's keeling over, she sees hairs start to sprout on Mike's body. And then she's like, oh my God, what is happening? And then a van pulls up and the door opens and you have 3 other good-looking people. There's a badass lady driving, and there's another person, and they're like, get in. And so Mike, Grant, and then Beverly has to get in too. She's there. And so they drive off, and Beverly's like, what's happening? I don't know.
Oh my God, poor Bev.
And even though she's in the van, essentially kidnapped, she's just like, I hope Grant's okay. I really do care for him. And so then they end up at this warehouse, and Mike and Grant,
warehouse.
They're at a warehouse. Ooh, spooky. And so Mike and Grant are dealing with her thing, and she finds out from these other two people, these other people are okay, here's the truth. They're werewolves. And they're going through their werewolf change. And so
their were mitzvah.
their werewolf bar mitzvah, spooky scary. They have that. And so then so like time passes and like Mike and like they fall asleep. Mike and Grant like get through their transition, and then they like come to her the next day and they're like, hey, so sorry we can't be like we weren't able to like be honest with you. And now here's the thing. So in werewolf culture, like every werewolf has his mate, you know, like this werewolf is mated to this person. This werewolf is mated to this. Here's something crazy though. Mike and Grant are both mated to Beverly.
Ooh.
And so,
what's
like,
Beverly gonna do?
What's she gonna do?
my God.
But here's the thing: Mike and Grant are close. Like, they're basically like they
can share.
That's the thing. It's like
that's what 100%. It's 3 ways from here to eternity.
3 ways from here to eternity. Because like Mike and Grant, like they're both the alphas in their clan or something. So it's like, you know, it's kind of like when you see like, I don't know, like they're co-presidents, you know?
Yeah.
And so, and she's in love with both of them. So they decide to have a throuple, and the story ends with just a really cute another 3-way.
Yeah,
I love
baby.
It was beautiful.
Your story sounds phenomenal. I cannot wait to read it.
It was so good.
I also can understand why yours was first, because what I was a little bit missing in mine was like details of like how werewolves work and culture. It seems like all yours has a lot of like
it did.
describing the
yeah.
lore.
I mean, it didn't have like everything, but because like there was a lot of stuff. I was like, oh right, yeah, like I remembered this. Right, wolves have. I had to still had to do like some like my own deducing.
Yeah.
But I have to say, it was hot. Yeah, I liked her. Like I liked her a lot. Like kind of like the way we liked our other female characters. Like they were really like great in their career and strong, and they're going through like dealing with how they feel about themselves, and in the end, they feel beautiful. Like I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I do really appreciate in these stories how respectful the men are. Like, yeah, they're very like, they take control of the sexual encounter and they're very forceful and it's like an aggressive act. But everything that they're saying the whole time is like, God, you're so beautiful. And like, I can't believe that I'm with you. And just like, they're like worshiping the women that they're with.
That's
I
why
have
these are like
mad
more
respect
than
for that.
like this. I'm saying this as somebody who has not watched, but from my understanding of 50 Shades of Grey, he's kind of an asshole, right?
He sucks.
Like that's
yeah.
like I feel like
Yeah,
that makes,
he's shitty to her all the time.
yeah, that makes I feel like 50 Shades of Drake. 50 Shades of Drake.
Now that I would read.
50 Shades of Grey is a little bit more of like a sex story. These are romance stories.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey, like I think I could speak for most of the romance readers, is that that's not a good romance novel.
Yeah,
like
it's not a good indication.
It's not a
of
good
it.
indication. It's not a healthy.
It's like a BDSM novel.
Yeah, but it's
than,
not
like,
even
romance.
It's not even a BDSM novel, because like BDSM novels are still like, I mean, it's still romantic. Like
yeah, well, it's like a BDSM relationship.
Yeah,
like you have an understanding and a
exactly.
trust.
Yeah, and like in 50 Shades, he's just like, I'm dark. I don't know what to do with my emotions. Blah, 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 blah. Whereas like in a BDSM romance, it's like, hey, so I like this. Can we work this out? And like that is romantic.
Instead of like, sign this contract so I can kill you if I want to.
Yeah, it's like, thanks. Like that to me is scary as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah, I think also that's where like the making this like a fictional thing of adding that little extra, like they are a werewolf, so like they can control it, but like also like a little bit they can't.
Yeah.
It adds that extra little bit of like fear where like a regular human relationship that is like that is like, oh, you got a safe word. But
Right,
you can't stop a wolf that's
Well, and like
hulking out.
that's also part of it is like with how nice they are during the sexual encounters and how much they're worshiping the girl that they're with. It's like, oh, but you wouldn't do that to me, and if you did, it would only be like a little bit. Like you'd only hurt me a little
Yeah.
bit. You're not gonna like kill me because you're obsessed with me.
And then we're gonna have a nice dinner together.
Yeah, and then have some pups.
Then we're gonna have some
nice dinner and
have
have
a
some
litter.
pups.
Yeah.
Well, Becky, since you asked us,
Yeah.
what's your grade of this?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. I give it an A+.
I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, I definitely think like it's empowering, you know, like this is the woman finding her power through having sex with 2 werewolves who live next door.
And a throuple, a successful throuple. Hello.
Throuple. Like that's what you go for. I mean, like at the end, you know, there's still like, you know, logistics you need to work out. Like they just moved into this apartment, now they gotta move in with it. But you know what? It's worth it.
And like chores too. You gotta divvy those up. Like
But it's so much nicer having 3 instead of 2 to take on all the chores and the errands.
She's rich, so she could just like pay somebody to do it too.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an expensive condo.
With her expensive wine, okay?
You guys, thank you so much for being a guest.
Thank you so much for opening our eyes to these beautiful novels. Like,
this was a delight.
I get it. I get it so hard. I was reading it and I even turned to Brendan and I was like, you know what? I understand. Like, I understand why people read romance novels.
I also, like, when we chatted about this before, I listened to it and I was like, yeah, like, I love the concept. I love the idea. Romance novel is not really for me. I take that back. Like, this was very interesting to read. It was, I had a blast reading it.
And it's fun. It's nice. It makes you feel good. Like, it's like, I don't know. And I'm sure that there are some where it's like unhealthy relationships. Obviously, like that's Twilight, baby.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the aspects of these relationships, it's like so respectful, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was handled really well. One more thing I want to add too, it kind of tickled the same button that like Fast and the Furious. Like this is my masculine side of Fast and the Furious, and then my feminine side of her 2 alphas. But like, because like I felt like it was really really positive, but also like there's also moments where it's like it's not written that well, and like you obviously know where it's going, but then also like I'm enjoying the shit out of every second of it. Like, everybody is on the same page. Yeah. So loved it.
Oh my God. This means so much. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. Do you have anything you want to plug?
So I am doing a little thing tomorrow night. If you're listening, this is the day that it came out. It'll be the 3rd week of this little, it's called Post Ghost or Ghost. It's some sort of ghost hunter. Basically, it's on a Twitch channel called Hyper RPG, where they're basically going through a haunted house, and I'm a ghost hunter, and I'm encountering a bunch of ghosts.
Cool. And what date is this again?
This is going to be on the 29th of October, so if you want to check that out. I've also got a short film called It's Your Boy that I'm working on, so keep your eyes out for that. Otherwise... Oh, and Tiny Money. I have a podcast where I make people do a game show that will be launching in the beginning of 2020.
Awesome. It's fantastic.
With the new episodes. So thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Meredith.
I'm on an improv team at the Ruby LA called Rosa, and we perform every other Sunday. And I have other stuff coming out. I just don't know when. So follow me on Instagram at Meridith McNeill to find out, or on Twitter at Uncle Meredith. Yay.
Yay!
Oh, before we start out, should we just blow out this candle that we've not acknowledged?
Oh yeah, let's blow out the candle. 1, 2. Oh. Too Stupid to Live is part of the Frolic Podcast Network. For more podcasts you'll love, visit frolic.media/podcasts. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.